Hi guys, my name is Gotham, and every week I'm going to be doing 1 week long experiments that you're not going to want to miss. So stick around. Alright guys, as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be waking up at 4:30 a.m. every day for the next week. I know a lot of people struggle with waking up early. It's really difficult for them to get out of bed in the morning. So if you're somebody who wants to wake up earlier but you're not quite sure how to adjust your schedule, then stick around, watch the rest of this video. I'm going to share with you my tips and strategies as to how you can do it. And this week I'm going to suffer so that you can figure out whether or not this is something that you want to do. Alright guys, so it is 5:26 right now. The first thing I did when I woke up today was I took a shower and I shaved. That's usually the first thing that I do every morning when I wake up because it helps me get prepared and ready for my day. This morning when I woke up I was feeling super tired. I only went to sleep last night around 11 p.m. So that's only about 5.5 hours of sleep. I was really hoping not to have coffee so early in the morning. I wanted to have the first 3 hours just without any caffeine whatsoever. But today I was feeling like I really needed it. And after I made a cup of coffee, I've just been thinking about how do I want to spend the rest of my morning. So I've come up with two options. The first thing is either I could stay home, I could read a book, meditate, and do some exercise, or I could head out to the beach for a walk. So since it's day one, I think it'd be nice to get outside and get some fresh air. As you can see guys, there's almost no cars on the road. So this is awesome. I'd probably get to the beach in less than 5 minutes here. I just got to the beach and it's almost 6 a.m. and there's almost no cars in the entire parking lot. It's literally just me and there's one other car way in the back there. I can definitely see what people like about the morning. It's super quiet. It's so peaceful. It's like you have a whole city to yourself, and to some degree you can do whatever you want and nobody around you is going to stop you or disturb you. While I was at the beach, I walked for a little while and then ended up jogging for about 30 minutes. I showered as soon as I got home and then made myself a quick breakfast. I was starting to feel tired, so I made myself another single espresso coffee and then spent the next couple of hours getting some work done. I did find that going to the beach in the morning was a really enjoyable way to start the day. It felt a little bit like meditation and I felt great and focused for the rest of the day. Day 2 was similar to day 1. I woke up at 4:30 feeling really tired, but as soon as I showered and made myself a cup of coffee, I felt great. After that, I spent about 15 to 30 minutes doing a simple meditation, which helped me to feel more grounded. I had an interview the next day, so I spent the rest of the day preparing for that. So last night I made the mistake of staying up until 10:30, and I was just so tired this morning. So tonight I'm gonna make sure that I get to bed early and getting those 8 hours of sleep because I really do need it. I don't like waking up in the morning feeling so tired, and it's day 3. I was really hoping that my body clock would have adjusted and that I'd be falling asleep easily at 8:30. And if I didn't sleep at 10:30 last night, I believe I would have woken up at 4:30 today feeling really good. But I just missed having that extra time at night having to read and catch up on things. And I just decided to stay up a bit later, but I completely regretted it. And I have to say, if you're thinking about trying this, then, you know, if you make a mistake on one day, just learn from it and don't do it again. So tonight I'm going to make sure that I get to bed early and get my proper 8 hours of sleep. So I got to the beach at 5:45 this morning, and for some reason I was thinking there's going to be less people around. But every couple of minutes I see people going by on the bike or walking or jogging. And I guess in a city this big, you're never really going to be alone even at this hour. I think what's really cool is seeing so many people out here, and it makes me wonder, what time are all these people waking up? On Friday, I was too tired to do anything. I was having trouble all week falling asleep by 8:30, which really was the hardest part about waking up at 4:30. I relied on my morning cup of coffee to get me going, and then I spent the rest of the morning reading a book. On Saturday morning, I went back to the beach for a jog, and then I hung around until the sun came up. I just wanted to spend my morning outdoors before I went back to my normal routine. So at this point, I can say that this waking up at 4:30 hasn't been working out for me, but the things that I really like about it is having that time in the morning to do anything that I want while it's so quiet and peaceful and dark outside. Usually after I shower, I always feel good, and the next few hours are enjoyable and peaceful and productive as well. Usually after about 4 hours after waking up is when I start to feel like I'm crashing a little bit, and I think the only reason for that is because I haven't been sleeping enough. If I was to get 8 hours of sleep but wake up at 4:30 in the morning, I don't think that I would have that crash 4 hours from now. I've noticed that when you wake up at this timing, your brain isn't really distracted by a lot of things. You might feel tired, but if you take a shower and you sort of wake up and freshen up a bit, maybe have a cup of coffee, it's so easy to focus. You get a lot of work done, or you're just more productive when you're getting work done. And that's something that I really love about waking up in the morning. The other thing is when you do 4:30 a.m., you're on a completely different schedule than everybody else, right? And that can be quite challenging. It's going to be impossible to go out for dinners. By the time people wake up at 7 or have their breakfast at 9, you've already been awake for 4.5 hours. You have lunch at a weird timing and nobody else wants to eat lunch with you at that time. Dinner's also at a weird time. You're getting sleepy at weird times. If you're doing 4:30 a.m., then you're really doing it for yourself. But if you have a partner or a family, I think waking up at 4:30 might not be the best idea. I think 5:30 a.m. or even 6 a.m. would be better for you. But you might have to test that out with your own schedule and see how it works. If you were let's say you're an entrepreneur and you're having a difficult time getting your work done in the day, then this might be something that you want to try, okay? Because everybody's body reacts differently to the amount of sleep that they're getting. So maybe for me, I need 8 hours, but if you only need 6 hours or 7 hours, and you can wake up at 4:30 and go to bed at 10:30 at night, then that actually might be a really good schedule. If you're a family man and you haven't had time to get to do your own thing, there's stuff that you need to do or you want to do and you haven't had time to do something for yourself, then you might want to try waking up an hour or two earlier and just spend that time doing something that's only for you. Some people call this a power hour, so that might be something that you want to try, and you might start to feel happier and more satisfied with your life by doing this. So it's definitely something that I recommend that everybody try, is wake up a bit earlier, see what it does to your routine, see what it does to your life. If it improves it, then great. If it makes things more difficult, then forget it. At least you tried. But the important thing is to give yourself at least 1 to 2 weeks to let your body get adjusted, because only after your body gets adjusted can you start getting into the proper routine of things. The first few days are always going to be rough. You're going to be tired. You're not going to be able to function and be as productive as you would like to be. So if you have those kind of days and then you say, oh, forget it, like it wasn't working out, and you give up on it, then you're never really going to know what it's like and what are the benefits for you. So give it some time. Let yourself and your body figure it out, and hopefully it makes a really nice improvement in your life and it becomes a permanent change. Hi guys, so before we end this video, I just want to ask, if you did enjoy this video and you do want to see more challenges from me, then please like and subscribe, and also leave some details in the comments as to what kind of videos and challenges you want to see me doing in the future.